Free speech in schools has got to stay. Ho, ho.
Dozens of students demonstrated outside the Supreme Court as inside the justices questioned attorneys in what legal experts call the biggest student speech case that's been argued in 2 decades. The case centers on a 14-foot banner that read, "Bong hits for Jesus." High school senior Joseph Frederick held up that sign across from his Juneau, Alaska school in 2002. The school maintains the bong hits on the sign refers to smoking marijuana, in clear violation of the school's anti-drug mission.
We wanted the court to say absolutely no to pro-drug, pro-alcohol, pro-tobacco messages. We also want the court to say that there has to be someone to interpret these messages, and that person or persons are the school officials.
It all began as part of Frederick's stunt to get on TV as cameras rolled on the Olympic torchbearer that was jogging through Juneau ahead of the Salt Lake City Games. Students at the school were let out to watch the torch from the street, so Frederick decided it would be a good time to test his First Amendment rights.
What I was really saying was, look here, I have the right to free speech. I'm asserting it. I have it, and I'm using it. I feel that if you don't use your rights, then you lose them.
But when then Principal Deborah Moore saw the sign on that January morning from her school window, she walked up to Frederick and demanded he take it down. When he refused, Morse ripped it down. Then she suspended him from school for 10 days. That might have been the whole story, but Frederick filed a lawsuit saying his First Amendment rights had been violated and Moore should personally be held liable. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals agreed.
Joseph Frederick was deeply concerned about the state of free speech in this country, and he did this in order to assert his free speech rights. He came up with a phrase that he thought was meaningless and that was not intended to promote illegal drug use, but that said, in effect, I'm here in America and I can say whatever I want as long as it is not disruptive or hurts somebody else.
Justice Scalia ridiculed the idea that schools have to tolerate speech that promotes illegal activities, saying, can you wear buttons that say smoke pot? It's fun. The American Civil Liberties Union represents Frederick, but he's also gotten support from some more conservative groups, including the Christian Legal Society, whose members worry if Frederick's right to hold up a ridiculous sign can be stopped, then schools might have the right to stop religious expressions as well. But Justice Stephen Breyer, in the liberal half of the court, said he was afraid a ruling in favor of Frederick would make it harder for principals to run schools. Frederick wasn't here for the oral argument of the case. He's now a teacher in China. On a recent conference call with reporters, he was asked if he's ever talked about the case to his students. He says no, because he's teaching English, not constitutional law. At the Supreme Court, I'm Caroline Shively, Fox News.